Okay. Prof, we were talking about this kanina, parang if ipupolitika o gagamitin para sa impeachment yung whether it's soft pork barrel or MOOE,
Yeah.
are there enough safeguards already in place? And how will it be used to buy the loyalties, if at all, of congressmen to support an impeachment?
First of all, balikan muna natin yung sinabi ni Senador Aimee na gagamitin ang di umano sa kanya ay soft pork sapagkat wala na pong hard pork ngayon, unconstitutional na yan. Yung soft pork na sinasabi niya, it doesn't add up because ang nag-initiate niya ng impeachment ay galing sa mga progresibong membro, Makabayan Black at saka ang Akbayan na sila mismo nag-condemn ng soft pork. So, I don't know where she's coming from. Sometimes I don't want to take her seriously anymore about it whenever she opens her mouth. Kasi parang saan ang gagaling yan? Yung logic na lang na ang mga nagpapasimuno ng impeachment complaint ay katulad din yan na nagreklamo tungkol sa budget. So, yun yung punto. Pangalawa, saan kukunin yun kung ang mismong probisyon ng GAA ay nagsasabi na yung mga ayuda ay hindi pwede na ngayong sponsor ng mga legislators sapagkat wala ng post-enactment allocation sa ngayon. So saan nila kukunin yun? Sa mga proyekto na napondohan? Yung mga proyektong napondohan na yun, itemized na yun at kasama si Senadora Marcos doon nung kasama siya sa BICAM. Hindi ba? Kung hindi siya nag-grandstand doon at naging attentive siya, nakikita niya na yung mga itemized na project na yun, ando na yun. So sa anong ipamumudbod na pera? Yung unprogrammed appropriation na binvinito ng presidente at 3 na lang ang item na iniwan na may trigger factor na kailangan may sobrang pera, kailangan ay gwardyado. So saan kukunin yung sinasabi niya ng
foreign assistance projects tsaka modernization.
Oo.
Pero Prof, ganito, looking at the soft pork as we know them, yung MAIFIP, yung AIX, tsaka yung TUPAD, I don't know, I'm trying to figure out, at least we're trying to figure out then, is there any way that they can be used to get an advantage to buy off congressman nga for an impeachment complaint? Kasi for example, yung MAIFIP, di ba? Hindi pa naman pinagbabawal ang letters of guarantee as we know them o yung guarantee letters, pero pinagbawal na yung EPAL doon sa distribution ng mga pondo. So we're trying to figure out
of course it will always be possible that members of Congress and even not just congressmen but LGUs. In fact, baka pa nga ang mamuliti ka ba dito, hindi yung mga kongresista, kundi yung mga LGU kasi sila yung may listahan kung sino yung bibigyan mo ng tulong. Naandun sila mismo sa ground. Baka yun pa nga ang talagang gagamit ng oportunidad na pa-picture-picture sila doon habang namimigay ng mga ayuda.
Yeah.
So, ang LGU naman wala namang kinalaman yan sa impeachment.
That's true. Yeah. Actually,
I'm just as an analyst, I'm thinking where exactly, kasi wala na yung budget preparation where exactly in the disbursement of funds can the allegations of using the budget to win the votes of people for impeachment?
Yes, sir.
Not to mention the earlier point I mentioned about the fact that ang nag-initiate nito ay katulad din ni Senadora Marcos na may problema sa budget.
Actually, sir, we also brought it up kanina. We were talking about it kanina. Baka one possible avenue would be kasi we were talking to Toby Chanco last week, and si Toby Chanco acknowledged na every time they go on break, yung mga congressman, Undas break, Christmas break, saka Holy Week break, binibigyan sila ng kaperahan.
Well, actually, sa loob yan ng Kongreso.
Yes, sir.
At pwede kang gamitin yon. Pero yun ay budget ng Congress.
Yes, sir. Budget ng Congress.
At yan ay kasama dyan ng Senado. At maaring siguro naman dapat aminin din ni Senadora Marcos na nakinabang din siya dyan. Di ba? Hindi naman niya namimili lahat siyang binibigay. At nakikita ko yung point na pwede siyang gamitin. Pero dapat bantayan. Kaya yun ang dapat bantayan.
Mhm.
Kasi kung break, bibigyan ng pera. Pero kasi nga, kung allowance daw yan,
Para daw sa panggastos daw
biyahe,
sa distrito dahil uuwi sila ng
panggastos
distrito.
sa mga distrito. Kasi nga yung mga ano nila, mga district representative. Alalahanin natin itong mga representatives ito, lalo na yung mga members ng Congress, ng House. So they need to consult with their constituents. So mayroon namang reasonable na dahilan. Pero pag sobra-sobra naman, kailangan mo ba ng bilyones o milyones para magkonsulta sa iyong sa iyong mga constituents? Yun ang medyo dapat tayo ay mangamba at bantayan natin yun.
Yes, sir. Sir, last lang, sir. Kasi for example, ang sabi ni Toby Chanco, nung Undas break, ito lang nakaraan Undas break in November, October nagsimula yung Undas break nila eh.
Yes.
Ang binigay sa kanya mismo na cheque is 1.5 M for that Undas break. Sa Christmas break, hindi siya nabigyan for some reason.
What kaya?
Tapos yung susunod na in-expect nila.
Pero yung iba nabigyan?
Meron daw.
Well, ang sabi ni Lebiste, nabigyan daw ng Christmas bonus yung iba. I guess it depends on how you do, what you call them eh. Kasi si Toby Chanco does not even know what it's called eh. He just signs the check daw eh. He signs the voucher.
Well, I have heard that it has been there even before the
Yes, sir.
2022. It has been there a
Matagal
long
na.
time ago. It's a practice. It's part of the rituals of for some reason. And it has. But one thing is sure, it's coming from the budget of Congress.
Yes, sir.
So bakit hindi nila yan hinimay? But nung nag-uusap-usap sila, hindi na yan tinignan. But hindi nila nagreklamo sila dyan. Si Toby Chanco is a member of Congress during the appropriation, not member of the BICAM, but during the deliberations, but hindi nila yan tinignan. Di ba? Ba't ngayon na nilalabas yan? Hindi may magically produce lang from somewhere. Dugo, hindi yan ang perang yan, hindi inventuhin. Inappropriate yan sa loob ng budget ng Congress. So, hindi ba nila nakita yan? Kung doon ako medyo nag-aano eh. That is why it's all political posturing to me. Hindi naman natulog ka sa pansitan kung hindi mo yan nakita noong ina-appropriate. Ba't ngayon masasabihin na may mga ganyang ginagastos? Kung may problema pala yan, di sana nung pang ina-appropriate, tinigil na yan.
Oo. Pero, dahil lumutang na nga po ito, Prof, na usapin ng impeachment, ano po ba ang punto de vista ninyo dito? Ito ba ay magpa-progress? At ano ang connection nito doon sa 2028 elections? Kung meron man, pwede ba natin itong ipag-connect?
Alalahanin natin, impeachment is a political process. And impeachment, part of politics is mobilizing support. And part of the triggers of mobilization is funds. Yan ay realidad. Hindi wag na tayong magmaang-maangan sa realidad ng politika. At nangyayari yan hindi lamang sa Pilipinas. Nangyayari din yan sa Amerika. Kay Donald Trump, yung mga Republicans, binibili din yan ng boto. So, andyan yan. So may mga purpose yan. You mobilize it to win support for a controversial bill. You mobilize it to win support for something that you need to do that is very hard to pass. It can be used even to mobilize support for the anti-dynasty law. In the same manner that it can be used to mobilize an impeachment vote. Because after all, an impeachment is a game of numbers.
Okay.
So what is shocking about that?
Pero, kung sakali na this time mag-progress yung impeachment, for example, kay VP Sara, sinong makikinabang dun?
Siyempre, politika yan. Di siyempre yung mga kaaway ni Sara Duterte. This is all political contestation. This is the same manner that in the mobilization against the impeachment complaint of Sara Duterte was also a political move done in the Senate, remember? So, it is basically what drives them. Ang importante dito, transparency. Ang importante dito, ano yung nag-trigger? Maliban sa pera, ang pag-usapan natin dito, ano ba, may kaso ba talaga? May dahilan ba talaga? May ground ba talaga yung impeachment? Yun ang nalilimutan na natin dito, ang napagtatakpan na ng kontrobersiya ng pera at pag-push sa mga moving parts katulad ng mga congressman at pagdating sa Senado mga senador, nalilimutan, justified ba o warranted ba yung mga isasampang mga reklamo kay Sara Duterte? Okay. Yan ang pag-usapan.
May
May
Sige.
isa pa akong tanong. Sir, teka, still on the same topic, pero I'll move a bit forward kasi I'll move beyond Congress and into the Senate. Assuming na an impeachment complaint moves forward and assuming that it gets passed in Congress like last year and gets to the Senate, kasi we were talking to Richard Haydaran kanina, nakita daw niya yung arrest
Yung actual
warrant
arrest warrant.
against Bato.
A copy. Yeah.
He's actually basically he's echoing what Remulla was saying. So mukhang meron na nga talaga at least as far as so
Bato.
many people are concerned, may nakita na
Okay.
sila. At hindi lang daw isa ang nasa arrest warrant or diffusion order. I'm not sure which it is. Hindi lang daw isa, 2 or more.
The senator.
Hindi, may isa
hindi niya
pa.
masabi
Ah,
kung
okay,
ano
okay.
May isa
o
pa
ayaw
daw
niya
for
sabihin
another person.
Ayaw niya
Yeah,
sabihin
for another person.
But of course, going back to what was said in the testimonies before the Senate, diba? Si Bato, of course, has been implicated. Si Bongo has also been implicated. If it comes to that, na at least dalawang pro-Duterte senators end up being pulled to the Hague, what will happen when it comes to the Senate voting?
Well, I don't have the exact wording, so I may be wrong about this, but from what I understand is that it's not a percentage vote. The threshold is exact number. You can only be convicted if you have 16 votes. So it doesn't matter whether may mawala, importante may 16 ka. Sa kukonvict ka.
So the universe, I mean when I say universe, yung total number the universe is not
I could be wrong, but
21.
from what I remember, parang hindi siya 2/3 majority eh. Parang 16, you need 16 votes. So, okay, 23 sila o 22, doesn't matter. Kailangan mo may 16 na boto.
Singit ako ng isa.
That'll be interesting, no?
That's
That'll be interesting
interesting.
when it comes, if it comes to that. If it comes to
comes-
that. Kasi medyo maraming
Marami pang
requisitos
steps
ngayon ng
yun.
ano eh.
Marami pang steps
Korte
yan.
Suprema eh.
Professor Tonton, tanong ko lang yung tungkol sa nakita natin na may ginagawang mga legal moves sa mga Duterte, lalo yung mga anak niya, no, para mapabalik yung kanilang ama rito sa Pilipinas, ano. Talagang nagsubmit sila ng mga legal, nag-move talaga sila legally. Pero meron pang isang sinusulong ang tawag nila Tay Kami Naman, na sinusuportahan ni Senador Robin Padilla, yung signature campaign na ito. I mean, I understand yung mga legal ways of doing it yung talaga nag-file yung mga anak pero yung signature campaign as a way of pushing for that kind of agenda.
What will that accomplish? The Supreme Court could not direct or rule and direct ICC to do what it wants to do. Anong i-accomplish yan? Ifina-file nila yan sa isang body na walang jurisdiction sa ICC. So, I think if it's going to be filed, the Supreme Court probably will just ignore it because they don't have jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Kasi ang ini-request nila, huwag sumunod sa ICC, pabalikin na, baka huwag na magpag-co-op, etc. But the ICC is not under the Supreme Court of the Philippines. It's not a lower court. It's a different jurisdiction. So how will that even cause the positive affirmative action that they want to have? So
What if it's about emotions? What if it's about emotions
But you have to understand that the ICC is not concerned about emotions.
Yeah.
So if you look at it from now, nakita na natin kung paano sila mag-rule,
Yeah.
right? And I think it's a good thing. We are getting a civics education here of what an international international court like the ICC that is not governed by that is not sensitive to opinions, public opinions, that is not swayed by the media,
clinical nga.
and by, that's how they decide.
Yeah.
May isa pa kang monkey wrench na tinapon si Greco Belgica eh. He's appealing to Trump to
Oo nga, may Trump
Well,
pa. May call for
that is
Duterte.
the most foolish and stupid thing I've ever heard. Parang namamakita ko nga yun. Sabi niya, do you think that the reason why Trump went into Venezuela is because of oil? Anong interest ni Trump na sa Pilipinas? Wala man tayong langis.
Correct.
Diba?
Okay.
Bakit niya, at saka ang gagawin niya, extract niya, pagbabanta niya ang ICC. It's the case in Venezuela is different from the case of Duterte.
Yeah. Okay. Professor
Okay.
Toton, thank you ha. Kulang na sa oras pero very nice talking to you again, Professor
Thank you, sir.
Antonio Contreras.
Prof, salamat.
Walang problema po. Thank you. Maraming
Thank you
salamat.
po.
Magandang gabi.